Hi, my name is Stacey King. Thanks so much for spending a few minutes with me to learn about activation and how we can get to the root cause of disease and get our bodies to work how they're supposed to. When I first heard about activation, it was a little bit hard for me to believe, to be honest. I was skeptical. I was like, wow, well, the science is here, but I just can't imagine this is really going to work. See, at that point, I was struggling. I had three kids under the age of 6. I was super tired. I had no energy. I had chronic allergies. I was on 4 daily allergy meds, and I would get sinus infections 4 times a year that would last about 6 weeks. They would turn into bronchitis or pneumonia. And I was just a mess. My brain had fog. I was doing things like leaving the car running, or I would put milk in the pantry because my brain just wasn't working how it was supposed to. And sure, I made a lot of excuses. I was like, well, I'm just not getting sleep. I've got all these crazy kids. I'm just getting older. I made excuses, but there was something more, and I knew it. But honestly, I didn't have a lot of hope that anything could really change for me. And so when I got introduced to activation, I was skeptical, but I was like, maybe something could actually help me. And so when I took it, I didn't expect for it to work, but it only took a couple weeks for when my allergies started significantly getting better. See, I got off 4 daily allergy meds, and all of a sudden, I didn't have congestion. And for me, that was like a huge deal. And now, fast forward 10 years later, I've only had a few major sinus infections in 10 years, and I used to get 4 a year. That would last 6 weeks at a time. My brain fog, my brain has started working. I have crazy good energy and sleep. And now I'm in my mid 50s. The perimenopause, all the things, I have not had a ton of issues. I kind of just coasted through a pretty rough transition in life. And I give the credit to activation. See, it's all about the cells. It's all about the gut. It's all about our brain. It's all about our body and getting our body on a cellular level to start working how it's supposed to. So let's learn a little bit more about this because this has truly changed my life. And I'm so excited to be able to share it with you. See, it is possible that we can flip the switch and we can get our cells and our systems, our brain, gut, immune system, all the things to start working how God intended for them to work. See, for years, we have done supplementation or we have taken things in a bottle in hopes that maybe or may not we're taking the right amount. We've tried to take the solution to health, but instead of trying to take something, what if we could get our own bodies to actually make it? So that is so powerful to think, let's get our body to actually make what it's supposed to make, to repair the damage that's been caused over time in our body. See, what we're talking about is nutrigenomics. We want nutrition to influence our cells and influence our genes. See, to get better and to get our bodies working how they're supposed to, we need to fix the cell. And the cell is the key to what is going on in our bodies. See, we are hijacked daily by more than 80,000 toxins. So we've been hijacked by heavy metals and pesticides and pollution and all the processed foods and the junk, the bad sleep, and all the stress. When you're under stress, your body's under stress, your cell is under stress. That stress is called something called oxidative stress. And I had never heard about that before, but oxidative stress is a root cause of disease. In fact, it's a root cause of over 300 different diseases. And I did not realize that. So it's kind of like an apple. An apple oxidizes. So if you cut an apple in half and you laid it out, it would brown, right? It would oxidize, it would rust. Well, the same thing is happening with our cells. We have a normal cell, that cell gets attacked by free radicals, and we end up with a cell with oxidative stress, also called a damaged cell. Or maybe you're more familiar with the term inflammation. Nearly every modern disease is caused by inflammation. And as we age, inflammation just causes havoc in our body. See, the major causes of modern disease are inflammation, nutrient deficiency, and oxidative stress. And you may have had some things, like you may have been like me, where you dealt with fatigue, allergy symptoms, weight gain, digestive issues, joint pain, headaches, and brain fog. There's so many different ways that inflammation plays a part in our body, and it's something we all deal with. Well, Protandim NRF2 is our flagship product, and it has been proven in a peer-reviewed scientific study done by an independent organization to lower oxidative stress, aka inflammation, by 40% in 30 days and up to 70% in 3 months. There is something we can actually do about oxidative stress, inflammation, the root cause of disease. See, it's basically getting our cells healthy and repairing the cell. So it's a synergistic blend of herbs. It's herbs you've probably heard of: turmeric, milk thistle, green tea, bacopa, and ashwagandha. But it's not the herbs by themselves that make it so powerful. It's the synergistic blend of the herbs. So when we blend those herbs together in the special recipe, it results in 18 times more effectively than like turmeric by itself. Pretty powerful that we found the ingredients. So you can take it or you can get your own body to make it. So I don't know about you, but when you take that yellow pill of Protandim NRF2, it's like eating 375 oranges a day, or 100 cups of broccoli, or 11 pounds of blueberries. And I don't know about you, but I cannot take everything that my body needs. But what we can do is get our own bodies to make it. So we want to increase our body. Instead of taking a supplement, for example, like vitamin C, let's get our bodies to make it, because the antioxidants your bodies make are 1,000 times more effective than supplementing. We want to get our body to make it instead of taking it. So one of the things I love about this product that made a big difference for me is that there's peer-reviewed research from independent universities. That is so powerful. If you went to PubMed.gov, which is where doctors and nurses go to do their research, and you typed in Protandim NRF2, you would see over 30 peer-reviewed scientific studies on a natural product. That is unheard of. Usually, natural products are not being studied, not being researched. But Protandim has over 30 peer-reviewed studies from major research institutions like Ohio State, Harvard University, LSU, so many different powerful studies. In fact, Washington State has one of my favorite studies where it says NRF2 may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic and most extraordinary preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. That is so powerful. Most therapeutic. I talked to Dr. Maniscalco, who was a cardiologist in Tampa, Florida. He had over 6,000 patients on Protandim NRF2. And he said that he considers Protandim to be one of the biggest medical breakthroughs in his lifetime. And he thinks it'll make a bigger impact on the world than the antibiotic, which is so powerful. So another favorite study I have is called Oxidative Stress in Health and Disease, the Therapeutic Potential of NRF2 Activation. And this is the gene tuning study. So they studied three things: atherosclerosis, colon cancer, and Alzheimer's. And so, for example, Alzheimer's has 66 genes associated with it. And as you can see in that first column, most of the genes are being overexpressed. The arrow is going up. But in the second column, that's when Protandim's added to the mix. And Protandim is basically helping the disease go the opposite direction of the disease. It's basically balancing the body and getting the body to work how it is supposed to. So not only do we know it's affecting us on a cellular level, but we can literally see how the genes are affected and getting our body to have the genes be expressing how they're supposed to. I mean, it's so cool. So another thing that we can influence is mitochondria. You may remember that a mitochondria affects the sleep. It affects the energy. It affects your cells duplicating healthy cells. Well, mitochondria dysfunction is a root cause of disease. We want our mitochondria functioning well because that's the energy that the body's going to have. And so we have Protandim NRF1 Synergizer, the same concept where you're taking different herbs and blending them together in a synergistic blend, but it's dealing with the mitochondria production. So when you have the mitochondria reproducing healthy cells how it's supposed to, and then you have NRF2 taking out the garbage, you have a healthy cell reproducing healthy cells, which is super powerful. Or our last Protandim is NAD. You may have heard of an NAD supplement. There is a lot of them out there. NAD is kind of all the range. NAD is kind of like the CEO of the cell. It makes everything better. It is supercharging everything. For any of you ladies that are in the perimenopause phase, I am, we have seen a lot of really good help with things like hot flashes or some of those perimenopause symptoms because the NAD just seems to kind of be something that's been a great tool to help people. So, one of the things that I love about our activators is that instead of dealing with different symptoms, maybe you're struggling with allergies or anxiety or depression, autoimmune issues, IBS, whatever it is, there is a way that we can get to the root cause and we can deal with the inflammation and the cell damage. We can tune up the genes and that we can deal with the root cause instead of just sticking a band aid on things and dealing with some of the symptoms that we're seeing. So we wondered what other things could we activate. And a couple of years ago, we came up with collagen. And I'll be honest, when collagen first came out, I thought, I don't want to be a Me Too product. I don't want to be like all the other collagens out there. But I did not realize how important collagen was. But this isn't just a collagen supplement. This is a collagen activator. We are actually activating your body's own collagen production. So it's different than other things that are out there. And collagen does a lot of really amazing things. I did not even realize it's amazing for nail and hair and muscle and joints and bones and tissue repair. There's a ton of collagen in the brain and in the gut. So many more things than what I ever realized. But what makes our collagen unique? What makes it different? Well, we're actually activating your body's own collagen production. We're replenishing your body's collagen with 10 types of collagen. Most collagen supplements is only a couple types. But we're also maintaining the collagen that you have so that we're turning off the gene that degrades it. So that's pretty powerful. In fact, we're increasing the collagen density by 100%. So when you combine collagen with our flagship product, Protandim, it stops the stress cycle going on in the body. It stops inflammation on a massive scale, which is really exciting. So as you can see, this is the combination of collagen with Protandim. I mean, I look at those and it almost hurts just to look at them, right? Like it is incredible to think that we have such a tool that can help inflammation and really help people and make a difference. And these are just a few of the stories I've seen. So not only does our collagen make its own stop, but the skin results we are seeing, the almost like an eye lift that help with necks. So you can see this picture of me. This was 60 days of the most stressful days of my life. We went through a really hard time as a family, and I thought I would look really haggard and really terrible. And look what happened to my skin in just 60 days. This is my friend Christy on the other side. Her neck, she was so excited how much it tightened, and it's almost like she has an eye lift. So not only do we have all this goodness happening in our brains and in our guts and in our joints with collagen, but look at that skin tightening. Look at Betty. Betty is incredible. I mean, she looks like a different person, right? Like, how amazing is that? That this is a real product that really helps people. Look at the difference in the eyes. It's almost like an eye lift and just all the tightening and firming of skins. This on the left is a repair from a surgery. So 25 days. Can you even believe it? And all sorts of skin conditions can be helped because remember, we're getting to the root cause. We're lowering inflammation. This is my friend Ben. He's a farmer. He's out in the elements a ton. And he didn't even realize how much it was working until he took a picture and his wife put it side by side. Incredible, right? And then we have just the tightening of the elasticity, like it's coming back. Our bodies are coming back to what they're supposed to be. So we're seeing great results with hair, so many different things. It's an inside and it's an outside thing. And this collagen is different, it's unique, and it is powerful. I mean, if you can see all these results on the outside, imagine what is happening on the inside for people. It is so powerful. So another one of my activators, which is one of my favorites, is our brain food drink called Axio. So look at that coloring picture. This kid could not even color in the lines, and look what happened after a couple weeks on Protandim and Axio combination. It's like the brain could finally connect the dots. This is Dr. Brett Brimhall's. This is one of his patients. And before NRF2 and Axio, and in less than 2 weeks, look at that student and how their brain could connect the dots and actually focus. It comes in a decaf and a regular. A regular, the caffeine comes, it's like a cup of green tea. And there's all sorts of different flavors. And I got to be honest, every afternoon, every morning, this is how I start my day, because it's like turning on a switch inside your brain, getting it to focus and give me good energy and concentration, all the good things. Dr. Fannin actually did a brain mapping proof. So on the left-hand side, before taking NRF1, NRF2, and Axio, look at all that activity in the brain. And after taking NRF1, NRF2, and Axio for 12 days, look at the improvement in the brain. We actually have brain mapping proof of how powerful our NRF2 activation is in Protandim and in the brain. It is so powerful. Well, one of the most important things that I think a lot of people overlook in their health is their gut. I know for me, I have not focused a ton on my gut, but the health of your body is rooted in your gut. And why does gut health matter so much? Because it affects energy and digestion, weight management, mental health, skin, so many different issues people are struggling with, and we're just putting a band-aid on it, trying to fix it. But once again, we have to get to the root cause of things. So the gut health affects so many different aspects. It affects our nutrients. So often people have leaky gut, it's linking right through brain health, oral health, making nutrients, immune health, people who are sick a lot. That is a gut issue. The gut and the brain are connected. So many things going on with our brains. It really goes back to the gut. So why do we have so many sick guts? Antibiotics. When you have one antibiotic, it takes a year for your body to get those good bacteria back online in your gut. A year from just one antibiotic. Processed and fast foods, sleep, stress, so many different things is the reason why our guts are sick. And so you may not even realize you have a sick gut. But if you've dealt with gas or constipation, diarrhea, cramping, acid reflux, irregular bowel movements, food sensitivities. How many people now have gluten sensitivities and they're sensitive to different foods? That is the result of a healthy gut. And so many things that I did not realize: anxiety, allergies, fatigue, depression, food intolerance. That is a result of poor gut health. But there's something that we can do. P84 activates 14 key gut peptides. And what we're trying to do to the gut is we're regulating, repairing, and restoring. So what makes this different than other gut products? Once again, we are the activation company. We are activating things in the gut to get the body what it needs to do. But one of the other things that I love is that it affects so many things. Leaky gut, sometimes the nutrients are coming right out, and there's a way to close those junctures and get them to work how they're supposed to. So our Healthy Edge stack, you're combining the power of Protandim with P84. That's over 40 fruits and vegetables. You have prebiotics, probiotics, postbiotics, digestive enzymes. It's like 6 different digestive products all in one simple drink. It's just taking 2 packets, putting them in water or coconut water or whatever you want, and then just drinking it every day. So you have your offense and you have your defense. We have our Protandim Nerve 2, which is going to just make it even more powerful, lowering that inflammation and giving our guts the help that it needs. So one of the things I love about LifeVantage is these aren't just supplements. These are activators. We're activating the body on a cellular level to get the body to work how it's supposed to. And we're doing that in all sorts of different things. We've talked about so many things, but let's not forget our furry friends, our pets. So I had 2 golden retrievers and they were totally dealing with old age. They would be laying around. They were getting older. I gave them a Protandim and all of a sudden they were running around looking like puppies. It is so powerful. Dogs actually have 7 times the oxidative stress as humans, which is crazy. We can also take that same NRF2 activation and we put it in a hair care. Look at the power of the hair. It's clean, it's not toxic. We don't have all those chemicals going through our brain. That's my daughter Kaylee in the lower left. Look at how much healthier her hair got from using NRF2 activation shampoo. It's making things thicker and fuller and just healthier. And we're once again getting to the root. That's why these pictures and these testimonials are so much powerful. So we took that same NRF2 technology, we put it in a skincare, powerful. We're actually repairing the cell. We're going 5 layers deep to repair the cell. We are not damaging it. We also have a product that's like a natural retin-A, which deals with fine lines, which deals with wrinkles. In these pictures, people put our skincare on half their face and left the other side of the face. Can you see which half of the face that they use the skincare on? I mean, so powerful, right? The power of activation is absolutely incredible. So if you go to an app called Think Dirty, you'll see how clean your products are. And I guarantee you will be shocked how many chemicals are in the shampoo or the skincare that you're currently using. If you put in True Science shampoo, conditioner, or our skincare, we will be a 1 or a 2 on the Think Dirty app. It is clean, it is non-toxic, and it works, which is super powerful. It is so awesome. So our health problems are like plants. You have to get to the root of things so they stop popping up again. We are not talking about antioxidants. We're not talking about supplements. We're talking about activating your body and getting to the root cause. And it is so powerful. So you might wonder, how in the world did this all start? How did these powerful activators end up in a network marketing company? Well, it's pretty interesting because Protandim used to be a bottle of a shelf. It used to sit in GNC and CVS and store shelves, but no one knew what it did. So it just sat there. And that's how it got moved into ABC News investigative report, did a report to try to basically find all the issues with it. They tried to debunk Protandim. And what happened instead was an incredibly positive piece. And if you have not seen that video, that is worth seeing. So please ask whoever sent you this so you could see it. So that ABC News investigative report comes out, and that is Protandem's introduction to the world. It was blown away where it came out that Protandim Nerve 2 lowers oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. And that's how Protandim was introduced to the world. And from there, all the universities started to research this product because it was the first one out there that was proven to get to the root cause of disease. So LifeVantage, it is a publicly traded company on the NASDAQ. That is a huge deal. Most network marketing companies are not publicly traded. It means it's transparent. Okay. We can see all of our finances. You can see how much people are making. We are a debt-free company, over $200,000 a year in revenue, and we have less than 70,000 distributors worldwide. So we have some visionary leadership. We are transparent. We have been recognized at Newsweek, Forbes, some pretty amazing things for a $200,000 network marketing company. So one of the things I love about this business is you don't have to ship product. There's no inventory, there's no invoicing, there's no leverage. It has unlimited potential and they make it easy for you. You'll get your own website. It's like a business in a box. So it's pretty powerful because in every moment in the company, there's a period of momentum. And we're only a $200,000 company, but I think we're the next $1 billion company or multi-billion-dollar company. And so momentum and growth, 80% of the growth comes when a company hits momentum, and we have not hit that point yet. So this is such a great opportunity because most people have not heard about activation. We have the research, over 30 peer-reviewed studies. We have a great corporate. We're not in debt. We're at a super solid foundation, but it is such a great time to get involved. One of the things I love is that we are financially transparent and you can actually see what people are making. Like, what would it take? Maybe you're sitting here thinking, man, I would love to share something powerful that could really help my friends and family. I would love to start a business of products that aren't just me too, but that are unique and they're special. Well, Senior Consultant 3, which you can see highlighted there, the average Senior Consultant 3 makes almost $1,000 on average a month. Can you imagine what a blessing that is for people? Managing Consultant 3 makes an average of just under $7,000 a month. And then you see a big jump in our executive ranks where Executive Consultant 1 makes an average of $14,000 a month. We have one of the most generous comp plans in an industry. And everybody can win. Whether you want to be like an affiliate and just get lots of customers because you love sharing the power of activation, whether you want to build a team, whether you want to do both, you can make this business be whatever you want to. So say you just want to pay for your products because you want your family on these products and it's amazing. If you got 7 friends, 160 volume, you could pay for your products at $225 a month. Maybe you want to make a little more. Maybe you have 25 friends ordering and you can make $1,200 a month. Or say you get one friend to do this with you, you could make approximately $20,000 a year. So that is the power of network marketing. So there's lots of different ways to get involved, and it's important that you get involved in the best way possible. So you want to enroll with a pack. There is a bigger discount on the bigger packs. So we have a $1,000 pack, which has the majority of our products. That is a great way to get involved because then you can try everything. It's hard to share and talk about products if you haven't tried it. But then we have lots of packs in a medium and a smaller range where you can get in wherever you fit in and whatever your goals are. So say you're like, oh, I'm not so sure about the business yet. I really want to start taking these products though. I'm excited to get my body activated. There's lots of different ways where you can fit in. You could start with Protandim Nerve 2. You could do our Healthy Glow, the collagen and Protandim. You could do our Healthy Edge Stack with that gut health and Protandim. Or you could do the Vitality Stack, which is our cell food, brain food, and gut food. There's lots of different ways that you can fit in, whether you want to be a consultant and share these products or whether you just want to start getting your own body activated. So why LifeVantage? Why now? Well, we have an evolved compensation plan that is one of the most powerful compensation plans in the industry where you can build this business however you want to. We are not a supplement company. We activate the body and we get to the root cause. We're publicly traded. We're fully transparent. We have no debt. And we are the only proven solution in the world to a problem that every single person has. Everyone needs to lower their inflammation and oxidative stress. So we take things to get our body to make things. We want our body to make its own antioxidants, the proteins, everything they need for bigger health. And we would love to have you join us and part of our team. This was a picture of me with my team, one of our latest conferences, and this team is special to me. They have made such a big difference. This business has made such a big difference in my life. A few years ago, our family went through a crisis, and this team helped carry me through the hardest time of my life. And they also, the finances of this team and this business and what we had created so many years ago carried us through that time. So, can you imagine going through a crisis and not having to worry about money and having checks continuing to come in when you have to focus on your family? I mean, it is so powerful to think of making a business that actually can really impact lives and change lives. And so I am forever grateful. And I have such joy to help others create their own residual business because you don't know when life hits you and when things happen in life. And it is such a blessing to be able to share something that truly makes a difference for people, that gets to the root cause, that really helps people. We are not putting a band aid on things, we are making a difference in people's lives. And I have never tried any health products that have helped me and helped people I love as much as these. And that's why I'm here. I wouldn't be here if this wasn't the real deal. And we would love to see if this is a fit for you. Please ask us any questions, any way we can help it out. We would love to have you join us so that we can make a difference in the lives of people together. Thanks so much for your time. Please reach out to whoever invited you here.